In the first book of the Earth Chronicles, The 12th Planet, author Zecharia Sitchin revealed a shocking idea. Our earliest civilizations may have been guided by the Anunnaki, advanced beings from a distant world whose presence is recorded in Sumerian tablets, Egyptian symbols, and even the Bible. But that was only the beginning. In the Stairway to Heaven, the second book in the Earth Chronicles, Sitchin explores a deeper mystery. Did ancient kings and heroes try to reach the home of the gods? This book investigates the idea of a celestial journey, a special path taken by rulers, priests, and legendary figures who were believed to be chosen by the divine. Across Mesopotamia, Egypt, the Sinai region, and sacred mountains, Sitchin finds clues that ancient structures may have formed a real stairway to the gods. Pyramids, ziggurats, and old temples seem to point toward a heavenly destination. Why did pharaohs carry star maps into their tombs? Why did Gilgamesh search for immortality? Why do stories say Enoch was taken into the sky by divine beings? Sitchin suggests these may be memories of an advanced civilization that once had a gateway to the heavens. In this video, we explore all 14 chapters of the Stairway to Heaven and uncover humanity's ancient dream to reach the stars. Chapter 1. In Search of Paradise. Sitchin begins by exploring one of humanity's oldest and most powerful ideas, the belief in a lost paradise. Across many ancient cultures, from the Sumerians to the Hebrews, we find stories of a perfect land where gods and humans once lived side by side. The biblical Garden of Eden, the Sumerian land of 𝙏𝙝𝙚, and similar myths all describe a place filled with life, purity, and even a mysterious tree of life said to offer immortality. But Sitchin asks a daring question. Was this paradise only a myth? Or could it have been a real location where advanced or divine beings once walked among early humans? Throughout history, great rulers and explorers have searched for this forgotten place. Alexander the Great looked for the fountain of youth, believing it held the power to restore life. Ponce de Leon followed the same legend centuries later. What if these quests were not fantasies, but memories of something mankind once knew? A real attempt to reconnect with beings from beyond Earth. Ancient writings hint that paradise was not open to everyone. Only a chosen few, blessed by the gods or holding secret knowledge, could attempt the journey. Gilgamesh, the famous Sumerian hero, risked everything to find the land of the living, hoping to gain eternal life. Yet the path to immortality always seemed just out of reach. This raises a haunting mystery. If humanity once touched the edge of immortality, why was it lost? Was this knowledge taken away, forgotten over time, or hidden on purpose? Chapter 2. The Immortal Ancestors. In this chapter, Sitchin explores ancient stories about extraordinary beings who lived far longer than normal humans, sometimes for centuries, sometimes for thousands of years. Many cultures describe these figures as part human and part divine. The Bible speaks of Enoch, a man who did not die but was taken directly to the heavens. In the book of Enoch, he enters a bright, celestial world where powerful beings teach him the secrets of the universe. The Sumerian king list also records rulers with impossibly long lifespans, suggesting a time when immortality was real. But how did these ancestors live so long? Were they blessed by the gods, or were they using advanced knowledge or technology? If such knowledge existed, was it lost over time or hidden from humanity? Today, scientists search for ways to extend life through DNA and modern medicine. But Sitchin asks a deeper question. Did ancient beings already discover the secret of life? And did they leave clues behind for us to find? Chapter 3. the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. In this chapter, Sitchin explores the ancient Egyptian belief that life did not end with death. It continued in another realm. But entering that realm was not guaranteed. Pharaohs, seen as divine rulers on earth, spent their entire lives preparing for this final journey. Their tombs were not simple graves, they were carefully designed gateways to eternity. Inside these chambers, they placed treasures, food, maps, and sacred writings to guide the king through the dangerous worlds of the afterlife. One of the most important of these writings is the pyramid texts, the oldest known religious inscriptions in history. Carved deep inside pyramids, they describe the pharaoh rising into the heavens on stairways of light, traveling in celestial boats and receiving help from powerful gods. The question is, were these poetic descriptions, or could they be memories of something far more real? Some ancient carvings show winged discs and boats that seem to fly, images that strangely resemble modern ideas of spacecraft. Could the pharaohs have believed they were not just spiritually ascending, but physically traveling to the realm of the gods? The Great Pyramid's alignment with the stars, especially Orion's belt, linked to the god Osiris, adds to the mystery. Was this alignment a symbolic tribute, or a functional design for a cosmic journey? Sitchin proposes that the Egyptians may have inherited advanced knowledge from an earlier civilization with celestial origins. If their pyramids and rituals were part of a real journey to the stars, what secrets still lie hidden beneath Egypt's sands? Chapter 4. The Stairway to Heaven. In this chapter, Sitchin looks at the great monuments built by ancient civilizations, massive structures that rise boldly toward the sky. From Egypt's pyramids to the ziggurats of Mesopotamia, these towering creations all seem to follow the same idea, creating a bridge between Earth and the heavens. Many believe they were built for religious rituals, but Sitchin asks a deeper question: could they have served as real gateways to the stars? The famous story of the Tower of Babel is one of the most mysterious clues. According to the Bible, humans once tried to build a tower that reached heaven itself. The gods became angry and scattered the people across the earth. But what if this story is based on a real event? Could early humans have been trying to recreate a lost technology, building a physical stairway to heaven taught to them by beings from above? Egypt adds another layer to the mystery with the 𝙏𝙝𝙚 stone, a sacred object said to have fallen from the sky. It played a central role in the Temple of Heliopolis and was linked to the sun god Ra. Some suggest the 𝙏𝙝𝙚 stone may have been more than a religious symbol, perhaps a piece of advanced technology from an earlier civilization. Sitchin proposes that these ancient monuments may have been markers, launch platforms, or navigation points within a larger cosmic system. If that is true, then the ruins of these ancient structures may still hold clues to how early civilizations communicated with the heavens. Chapter 5. The Gods Who Came to Planet Earth. Across the world, ancient stories describe gods who came down from the sky, bringing knowledge, science, and powerful tools to early humans. But Sitchin asks a bold question: what if these were not myths at all? What if these gods were real visitors from another world? One of the strongest clues comes from the Sumerians, one of the oldest civilizations on Earth. Their ancient tablets speak of the Anunnaki, mighty beings who descended from the heavens and shaped the course of human history. The Sumerians believed these beings taught them agriculture, writing, mathematics, and architecture. But why would gods need to arrive physically? Could the Anunnaki have been advanced extraterrestrial visitors? Similar stories appear in many other ancient cultures. In Egypt, the god Thoth was said to bring writing and scientific knowledge. In India, the gods traveled in flying machines called vimanas. The Bible even describes fiery chariots that carried prophets up into the sky. Were these symbolic tales or descriptions of real encounters with unknown technology? Sitchin suggests that these legends may be memories of early contact between humans and advanced beings from another planet. He believes these visitors may have guided the growth of early civilizations and left behind clues in myths, symbols, and ancient writings. If the gods who descended from the sky were real, who were they, and what was their purpose on Earth? And perhaps the most intriguing question of all, if they once came here, could they still be watching us today? Chapter 6. In the days before the deluge. In this chapter, Sitchin explores one of the most widespread stories in human history, the tale of a great flood that destroyed almost all life on Earth. Nearly every ancient culture speaks of a massive deluge. The biblical story of Noah, the Sumerian account of Utnapishtim, the Hindu legend of Manu, and even flood myths from Native American tribes. These stories share the same pattern: a sudden disaster, a warning from a divine being, a large boat built to save life, and the survival of a chosen family. How could cultures separated by oceans and thousands of years all describe the same event? In the Epic of Gilgamesh, Utnapishtim tells how the gods warned him to build a huge boat before a deadly flood wiped out humanity. In India, the god in the form of a fish warns Manu of an upcoming deluge and instructs him to build a ship. These stories are so similar that Sitchin suggests they may come from a single real event, perhaps a sudden climate disaster, a shift in Earth's orbit, or even a global catastrophe caused by celestial forces. Modern science also points to a major flood around 12,000 years ago, when the last ice age ended and melting ice caused sea levels to rise rapidly. But another mystery remains. Why did the gods warn only a select few? Were they protecting specific knowledge, special bloodlines, or something even more important? Sitchin proposes that the Great Flood marked the end of an advanced age influenced by beings from another world. If so, what ancient secrets now lie buried beneath the oceans? Chapter 7. Gilgamesh, the king who refused to die. In this chapter, Sitchin revisits one of humanity's oldest and most powerful stories, the Epic of Gilgamesh, written more than 4,000 years ago. It tells the tale of Gilgamesh, the mighty king of Uruk, who was said to be 2/3 divine and 1/3 human. Even with his great strength and royal glory, one fear consumed him, the fear of death. After losing his closest companion, Enkidu, Gilgamesh became obsessed with finding a way to live forever. His search for immortality took him across dangerous mountains, through distant lands, and even into the depths of the sea. Gilgamesh eventually found Utnapishtim, the Sumerian version of Noah, who had survived the Great Flood and was granted eternal life by the gods. Desperate for answers, Gilgamesh begged him to share the secret. Utnapishtim explained that immortality was a rare gift, reserved only for the gods, but he offered one final hope: a hidden plant that could restore youth. Gilgamesh found the plant and believed he had finally defeated time. But while he slept, a serpent stole it and vanished, leaving him heartbroken and empty-handed. Sitchin suggests that this ancient story may hide deeper truths. The plant of youth might symbolize lost knowledge, perhaps an advanced technology or biological method that once offered long life. If the gods of old truly possessed the secrets of extended life, is it possible that fragments of this knowledge still survive somewhere on Earth, waiting to be rediscovered? Chapter 8. riders of the clouds. In this chapter, Sitchin explores ancient stories that describe gods traveling through the sky in clouds, fiery chariots, and winged crafts. While many see these as poetic images, Sitchin asks a deeper question. What if these were real accounts of advanced flying machines witnessed by early people? In the Bible, the prophet Elijah is carried into the heavens in a chariot of fire. In Hindu mythology, the gods travel in vimanas, flying palaces that moved at great speeds, made thunderous sounds, and even released powerful weapons. These descriptions sound strangely similar to modern aircraft or even spacecraft. In Sri Lanka, stories of King Ravana describe him soaring across the sky in the Dandhumanara, a mysterious flying craft said to be built with lost technology. The Sumerians also recorded detailed accounts of the Anunnaki descending from the sky in a vehicle called the Mu. Egyptian carvings show mysterious shapes that resemble helicopters and gliders, while ancient artwork in South America features figures that look like pilots and machines with wings. Could all these images, separated by thousands of miles, point to the same truth? Sitchin suggests that these were not symbols, but eyewitness reports of advanced visitors who mastered flight long before humans did. If these flying gods were real, what were they doing on Earth? Were they watching over early humans, guiding their progress, or preparing them for something we still do not understand? The biggest mystery remains. If ancient civilizations truly saw flying beings from the sky, where did these visitors come from? And did they leave behind secrets, technological or spiritual, that humanity has yet to uncover? Chapter 9. The Landing Place. In this chapter, Sitchin turns to some of the world's most mysterious ancient sites, places that appear to be designed with a deep knowledge of the stars. Structures such as Stonehenge, the Great Pyramids of Egypt, and the vast Nazca Lines of Peru all show precise astronomical alignment. But Sitchin asks a more intriguing question. Could these sites have served another purpose? Perhaps as landing areas or navigation markers for visitors from the sky? The Nazca Lines are among the most puzzling examples. These enormous shapes, stretching across the Peruvian desert, include animals, geometric figures, and long, straight lines running for miles. From the ground, they make little sense, but from above, they form perfect, detailed images. Why would an ancient people create designs only visible from the sky? Sitchin suggests they may have been signals or pathways for flying craft. A similar mystery exists in Sri Lanka. Danagala Mountain, often called Alien Mountain, rises in a near-perfect circle with a flat top, as if shaped for landings. Local legends say it was a stargate of King Ravana, who flew his craft, the Dandhumanara, to this very spot. Villagers claim the area attracts unusual lights, shooting stars, and strange thunder, and ancient rock carvings found nearby add to its mystery. Could this mountain have been another ancient marker, or even a landing zone? Further evidence appears in Lebanon's ancient city of Baalbek, home to the largest stone blocks ever cut and moved by humans, some weighing over 1,000 tons. Their size and precision remain unexplained. How were these massive stones transported? Why were they placed together on a perfectly leveled platform? Sitchin proposes that Baalbek may have been an ancient landing base built with advanced assistance. He believes these sites were not just religious centers, but locations for communication or even physical contact with celestial beings. If true, this leads to an exciting possibility. Were these structures built under the guidance of extraterrestrials, and could they still hold clues for future contact? Chapter 10. Tillman Land of the Rocket Ships. In this chapter, Sitchin explores the Sumerian writings, about a mysterious land called 𝙏𝙗𝙗, a sacred place where the gods were said to ascend to the heavens. But was 𝙏𝙗𝙗 only a myth, or could it have been a real location, perhaps even an ancient spaceport? According to the Sumerians, 𝙏𝙗𝙗 was not part of the normal human world. It was described as a land of purity, immortality, and advanced power, filled with divine beings who traveled between Earth and the stars. Sitchin notes that descriptions of 𝙏𝙗𝙗 often include flying boats, fiery chariots, and brilliant lights. Details that sound surprisingly like advanced technology rather than simple religious imagery. One of the strongest clues lies in the ancient city of Eridu, believed to be the earliest city in Mesopotamia. The texts say Eridu was the home of Enki, a god known for extraordinary knowledge and scientific skill. If 𝙏𝙗𝙗 was connected to Eridu, could it have been a real place where advanced visitors once lived or operated? Some researchers believe 𝙏𝙗𝙗 may have existed in the Persian Gulf region, possibly on Bahrain, where ruins of an ancient and mysterious civilization have been discovered. Others think it might be linked to the Sinai Peninsula, where massive platforms that look like launch sites still remain. If 𝙏𝙗𝙗 was truly an ancient spaceport, who built it? Were the Sumerian gods actually travelers from another world? And if so, could traces of their presence still lie hidden beneath the sands and seas, waiting to be uncovered? Chapter 11. The Elusive Mount. In this chapter, Sitchin explores the ancient belief that mountains were the homes of the gods, a place where heaven and earth touched. Across many cultures, high peaks were seen as sacred. The Greeks imagined Mount Olympus as the dwelling place of their gods. The Bible describes Mount Sinai as the place where Moses met God face to face. But Sitchin asks a deeper question. What if these stories were not just myths? Could some mountains have been real meeting points or even landing sites for celestial visitors? Mount Sinai is one of the most mysterious examples. The biblical account describes fire, smoke, thunder, and a trembling mountain. Details that sound strangely like a powerful descent or technological event, rather than a simple spiritual moment. Could Moses have witnessed something far more advanced than ancient language could explain? This mystery extends across the world. In Sri Lanka, the rock fortress of Sigiriya rises suddenly from the plains, shaped with incredible engineering skill that still puzzles experts. Legends claim it was first built for Kuvera, the treasurer of the gods, by Vishwakarma, the divine architect himself. Some believe the site's advanced design and sky-facing structures hint at an ancient connection with celestial beings. Even modern researchers have questioned whether Sigiriya was influenced by extraterrestrials or built as a tribute to sky-traveling gods. In South America, legends from the Andes tell of gods descending from the skies to guide the Incas. High-altitude sites like Machu Picchu were built with astonishing precision, almost as if they were designed with help from advanced knowledge. Why choose such extreme heights unless these locations served a special purpose? Sitchin suggests that sacred mountains around the world may have been selected for their perfect view of the skies, acting as markers, beacons, or access points for celestial travelers. If ancient civilizations truly communicated with beings from beyond, then these mountains may still hide secrets within their rocks and ruins. Could these sacred peaks be forgotten gateways to the heavens, standing in plain sight, waiting for us to rediscover their true purpose? Chapter 12. The Pyramids of Gods and Kings. In this chapter, Sitchin turns to one of the greatest mysteries on Earth, the Pyramids of Egypt. These massive stone structures were built with incredible accuracy, perfectly aligned with the stars, yet the methods used to construct them remain unknown. Were they truly just tombs for pharaohs, or did they serve a deeper purpose, a purpose connected to the gods and the heavens? Sitchin suggests that the pyramids may have been far more than burial sites. He explores the idea that they were advanced energy centers or even landing markers for celestial visitors. The Great Pyramid of Giza is aligned with the Orion constellation, which the Egyptians linked to Osiris, the god of rebirth. Was this alignment a simple coincidence or a deliberate connection between Earth and a cosmic destination? The biggest mystery is how these pyramids were built. The giant limestone blocks weigh several tons each, yet ancient builders moved and placed them with perfect precision. Some researchers believe they may have possessed advanced engineering knowledge, perhaps inherited from an older civilization, or even taught by beings from the sky. Adding to the mystery are strange artifacts and carvings. Some objects found in tombs resemble gliders or model aircraft, and certain hieroglyphs in the Temple of Seti would appear to show shapes like helicopters and flying craft. Are these symbolic, or did the Egyptians witness advanced technology? Sitchin proposes that the pyramids were part of an ancient system of knowledge, a bridge between humans and the stars. If their true purpose is ever discovered, could they reveal a history far older and far more mysterious than we ever imagined? Chapter 13. Forcing the Pharaoh's Name. In this chapter, Sitchin explores a strange and unsettling pattern in ancient Egypt: the deliberate erasing of certain pharaohs from history. Rulers did not only destroy their enemies, they attempted to wipe their names from monuments and records as if they never lived. But why would powerful kings go to such extreme lengths? Was it only politics, or could these erasures be hiding something far more mysterious? One of the most famous examples is Akhenaten, the heretic king, who shocked Egypt by replacing all the traditional gods with the worship of one divine power, the Aten. After his death, his successors erased his name, smashed his statues, and abandoned his sacred city. Why such harsh punishment? Some believe Akhenaten gained knowledge he was never meant to reveal, perhaps secrets about humanity's origins, lost technology, or even contact with celestial beings. Another case is Hatshepsut, one of Egypt's greatest female pharaohs. She ruled successfully for many years, yet after her death, her images were chiseled away and her name removed. Was this simple jealousy, or did she uncover information that threatened the power of future rulers? Sitchin suggests that these erasures were not random acts of revenge. They may have been deliberate attempts to hide forbidden knowledge, secrets about Egypt's true past, advanced skills inherited from earlier civilizations, or connections with beings the ancient texts called the gods. If these lost names were erased to protect dangerous truths, could hidden records or sealed chambers still exist, waiting to reveal what Egypt's rulers wanted the world to forget? Chapter 14. The Gaze of the Sphinx. In this chapter, Sitchin turns to the Great Sphinx of Giza, one of the most mysterious monuments on Earth. With the body of a lion and the head of a pharaoh, it has watched over the desert for thousands of years. Yet its true origin remains a puzzle. Who built the Sphinx, and for what purpose? Traditional archaeology says it was carved during the time of Pharaoh Khafra, around 2500 BCE, but some researchers argue it is far older. Deep grooves on its body suggest water erosion, something that could only have happened during a period of heavy rainfall, rain that Egypt has not seen for nearly 10,000 years. Could this mean the Sphinx was built by a civilization long before the pharaohs? Sitchin also explores the idea that the Sphinx may have originally had a different head, possibly a lion's, which was later reshaped into a human face. If true, this would push its construction back even further, raising the question, who were the original builders? Could the Sphinx have been designed under the guidance of advanced beings, visitors from another world? Adding to the mystery is the legend of the Hall of Records, a hidden chamber said to lie beneath the Sphinx's paws. Ancient texts claim it holds knowledge from a forgotten civilization, perhaps even records of contact with celestial visitors. Ground-penetrating scans have detected cavities under the monument, yet full excavation has never been allowed. If the secrets beneath the Sphinx are ever uncovered, they may change our understanding of human history and reveal truths long buried beneath the sands of Egypt. End. Final thoughts. The mysteries of our ancient past continue to challenge everything we think we know about human history. The Stairway to Heaven leaves us with questions as thrilling as they are unsettling. Were the gods of old truly real beings who visited Earth? Did they leave behind knowledge that shaped entire civilizations? And have we misunderstood the messages carved into our oldest stones and myths? Sitchin's research highlights clues that cannot be ignored. The perfect star alignments of the Great Pyramid, the detailed Sumerian records of the Anunnaki, and the legends of flying chariots found in cultures separated by oceans. According to these ancient tablets, the Anunnaki were said to return to Earth every 3,600 years. If this cycle is true, then their last visit may not be just a story from the distant past, but part of a clock still ticking. What if humanity's true history lies hidden beneath ruins and deserts, waiting to be uncovered? What if places like the Sphinx, Stonehenge, Sigiriya, and Machu Picchu were not only temples, but markers, signals, or remnants of contact with advanced beings? The search for answers is still unfolding. Every new discovery, an unexplored chamber, a forgotten tablet, a mysterious carving, brings us closer to the truth. Could the real origins of humanity be within reach? And more importantly, if the ancient cycle of 3,600 years is real, could the Anunnaki return once again? One day, the secrets of our past may rise from the sands and the stars. When they do, we may finally understand who we are, where we came from, and what ancient civilizations tried so desperately to tell us. Until that moment, the legends of gods, lost worlds, and celestial visitors remain some of Earth's greatest mysteries, waiting for those bold enough to seek the truth. If you found this valuable, make sure to subscribe to AI Tools channel, your guide to lost civilizations, forgotten knowledge, celestial visitors, personal growth, smart investments, and the latest AI tools. Stay ahead with discoveries, technology, and insights that shape the future. Start your journey to greatness today.